Hey, what's up? It's Anthony Marlie Love. Welcome to another episode of Traveling While Black.
Yes, welcome back everyone. We are in the state of Oregon once again, but in a spot we've never visited before.
Yep, this time we're on Mount Bachelor, right here in the central part of the state. We have never been to this part of the state, so we were really excited to see what it had to offer.
Yeah, so come along as we show you some local activities, like skiing, some great food, and more.
So, like always, take a look at the episode and let us know what you think. Hey, what's up? I'm Anthony.
And I'm Marlie. Welcome to Traveling While Black. Since living in the Pacific Northwest, we can say that we've been to Oregon quite a few times, but the truth is, Portland is the only place we've truly experienced.
Considering that Oregon is 44% larger than Washington, we knew there had to be more dope experiences to be found in other parts of the state.
Which we heard was in fact the case, specifically in the Central Oregon region, an area known for its abundant access to nature and outdoor recreational activities.
It is definitely the topography of Central Oregon that makes it perfect for outdoor recreation, whether it's skiing and snowboarding in the winter or rock climbing and hiking in the summer.
The outdoors isn't the only popular draw to the central part of the state. The city of Bend is a popular destination that attracts more than 3 million visitors annually, in part thanks to its many craft breweries, leading it to its nickname of Beer Town, USA.
Yes, the large craft brewery scene, the great outdoor access, and a bunch of other great things we had heard about it. We knew we had to go check out this part of Oregon.
So we packed some bags and took a trip to the 3 counties that make up Central Oregon to find out how it is to travel coming from Seattle and to find out how much fun can be had in the area.
And more importantly, in an area where the black population is less than 1%, we had to find out how it was visiting as a black traveler for the first time.
Travel grade. We found out it was almost a 6-hour drive from Seattle to get where we would be staying in the city of Bend. But when we found out that we could actually fly into the region from Seattle and that the flight was under an hour,
let's just say we bypassed the opportunity to traverse some of the most beautiful scenic byways the area is known for. Still, in hindsight, we can say that flying was a great choice.
That's because the travel time wasn't the only positive of the decision. Believe it or not, the airport actually added to the positive experience.
The airport is Redmond Municipal Airport. And what made this experience so nice was that the airport is really chill. It did not take long for us to get our bags off of the carousel. And probably best of all, the rental car counter was right across from baggage claim, and the parking lot was just right outside.
For me, it wasn't until we were departing from Redmond that we actually got to experience what I thought was the best of all, that really cute restaurant bar. I was actually able to enjoy lunch before my flight.
The drive from the airport to where we would be staying in Bend wasn't bad either, as it wasn't much more than 20 minutes. Now, we can imagine the drive from Seattle would have been pretty scenic,
but definitely more favorable in the summer. Based on our great experience flying, we can definitely recommend it as a great option for anyone considering a trip in.
And that's why we will give a 5 out of 5 for travel grade. Level of fun. Yes, we landed in Redmond, but during our time in Central Oregon, we would stay in Bend, specifically at the luxurious Oxford Hotel.
The Oxford is a beautiful, nationally recognized boutique hotel that offers guests upscale accommodations along with luxury amenities. It also prides itself on a focus on sustainability. They describe it as eco-chic lodging. I like that.
Another of the great things about the Oxford Hotel is its location. Sitting at the corner of Northwest Minnesota Avenue in downtown Bend made it for the perfect hub to explore the city.
One thing that stood out to us about the city was some of the throwback storefronts, like from record and stereo stores to even the last of a popular video rental store.
But we weren't there for the nostalgia of buying CDs or renting DVDs, or even buying nearly extinct popular video rental store brand made beer. Nope, we were there to try to experience the great things Central Oregon had to offer within the city of Bend.
And what better way to begin our journey than by learning directly from an educational perspective, like at a museum, or so one of us thought.
Lucky for us, Bend is home to what is nationally recognized as one of the best museums in the country, the High Desert Museum. The museum that opened in 1982 is a unique one that brings together wildlife, cultures, art, history, and the natural world, all to tell the story of the High Desert region.
The museum sits on 135 acres and has more than 100,000 square feet of exhibit space within the museum itself. That includes a good mix of rotating and permanent exhibits.
On our visit, the museum has some really dope ones. In fact, in recognition of the 50th anniversary of the Endangered Species Act, the High Desert Museum is featuring a year-long series of exhibitions and public programs to explore and reflect on the impact of the high desert and beyond.
The museum also offers daily talks where you can learn about local wildlife and also see one up close. On our visit, we saw a majestic horned owl, and to be honest, I really enjoyed this museum. The mix of education and cute animals made it easy for me to explore.
If you do make the trip to Central Oregon, we most definitely recommend checking out the High Desert Museum. Check out their website for hours, rates, current exhibitions, and events. Next, to experience the best of what Central Oregon had to offer, what better way to experience within Beer City? Wine. So, one of us thought.
Yes, even though we were in the beer capital, I am a wine girl, so we stopped into Willamette Valley Vineyards Tasting Room, located in downtown Bend. The barrel booth seating and unique fireplaces made for a cozy atmosphere that went perfect with their delicious wines.
Yes, we did a wine tasting, and as Mar said, it was delicious. But along with the delicious wines, we also got to enjoy some of their delicious lunch menu.
Willamette's tasting room wasn't the only place we experienced great food during our time in Bend. It was the same at places like Ja Asian Kitchen, an amazing restaurant that draws from influences from Vietnam, China, Thailand, and other parts of Asia, serving family-style dishes.
Even in the Old Mill District, we experienced an unbelievable meal at the Lady Bird Cultural Society, a restaurant that just recently opened that offers an eclectic menu that, how they put it, puts a polished spin on the farm-to-table concept.
Even within our hotel, we enjoyed great food and drinks at Rome, a place that serves urban organic dishes made from fresh, locally sourced ingredients. Yes, the food and drinks were amazing, but we still need to experience another big attraction to Central Oregon, the outdoors and nature.
To check that box, we headed to a popular park in town, Drake Park. One of Bend's longest standing and best known parks, the downtown park is a local gathering place that hosts many events throughout the year.
We can definitely see why the park is chosen as the main location for the local gatherings, being all that it features: the famed mirror pond, acres of open lawn, river access, and trail connections.
While we definitely enjoyed our stroll through the park and our little run-in with the local wildlife, we knew that this would not suffice as our outdoor Central Oregon outdoor experience alone.
Nope. We knew we had to turn it up a little bit more, even if it meant we had to really get out of our comfort zone.
Being that Mount Bachelor is the premier destination for skiing, snowboarding, and other winter sports, it only made sense to both of us to go skiing.
The thing is, this would be our very first time skiing. Talk about getting out of our comfort zones.
So we took the 35-minute drive from downtown Bend.
Well, an hour on the day we went. Don't forget four-wheel drive.
And arrived at the spectacular mountain resort that offers 4,323 acres of lift-accessible terrain with 360-degree descents from its over 9,000-foot volcanic peak. Mount Bachelor also features 15 Woodward Mountain Parks, 56 kilometers of groomed cross-country trails, perfect for snowshoeing and sled dog rides. Wow.
Since this will be our first time skiing, we were signed up for a private lesson. Let me just say that this made this experience everything for us.
With us obviously not being skiers, we had to rent our equipment, which is offered by the resort. So we started out getting fitted for our gear, everything from boots to skis.
Skis! We also took the helmet. After we were fitted and dressed, we met up with our instructor, Scott. And Scott was great. He started us out with basics and one ski, then slowly worked us up to 2 skis.
Before you know it, we were skiing. Yes, Scott was great, and by the end of it, we felt comfortable. Scott said next time we'll go on a real hill and do some real skiing.
Yes, the skiing was amazing, but I was also excited to get to the resort bar just to have a celebratory glass of wine. Yes, we can't say enough about how much fun we had at Mount Bachelor.
Mount Bachelor offers great outdoor activities all year round, including downhill mountain biking, zip lining, and whitewater rafting during the summer. We will be back for that, now that we feel like real Central Oregon outdoor professionals.
Well, after the skiing, we could finally say that we experienced the best of what we had heard Central Oregon has to offer, at least during this time of year. And after all of that, we definitely had a blast.
Yes, this is an experience that we can definitely see ourselves coming back to enjoy. And is also a destination that we can recommend everyone checking out. That's if you're looking for fun options.
That's why for Central Oregon, we give a 5 out of 5 for level of fun. Comfortability for Black people. So as you know, we did have a blast during our time in Central Oregon, and we can say that during our time in Central Oregon, we were treated great within all the places we went.
Yes, a fun time, great service, and we felt welcome most of the places we went. But here's the thing. Our whole time there, we didn't see another Black soul until we got back to the airport. I guess this shouldn't be surprising, being that Black residents make up such a small percentage in Central Oregon.
For us, well, we didn't know how to feel about this. See, even with our great experience personally, we felt that we needed to hear from a Black resident who lived within the community.
Once again, we were lucky. Based out of Bend is an organization named the Fathers Group. The Black-led group was founded by several Black fathers who were concerned about the experiences their children were having both in school and in the broader Central Oregon community.
The Fathers Group is active within the community and embraces collaboration and cross-cultural influences. Our luck continued when we got to meet with Executive Director and Board President Kenny Adams.
The meeting provided us with the perfect opportunity to get a valuable perspective from a Black person living there and doing the work. And we thought it'd be best that you heard it directly from him. When we asked him, what would he say to Black travelers considering a trip to Central Oregon?
When it comes to this area, though, yeah, absolutely, I would recommend it because it's absolutely gorgeous here. But I quickly realized that in this area is sometimes you deal with, and we use a phrase here kind of across the board, is racism with a smile. The area, I will say that it's a different look than it was even 5 years ago. We started getting really cognizant of change that needed to happen, and there were several organizations that were growing to push that message. That ecosystem is growing. It's light years ahead of where it was, but I think, and same with a lot of areas that don't have a high concentration of us, it still has a long way to go.
So there you have it. Seems like even with being enormously outnumbered in an area where they continue to fight recent instances of ignorance, the Black community in Central Oregon still wants you to come out and, more importantly, know that they are there.
If you do consider a trip to Central Oregon, go to the Fathers Group website to see how they can be a resource that can support your visit as well as other information about the group. What else stood out in what Kenny said was that there is a large number of community leaders and members representing Central Oregon that are consciously working to improve the Black experience in the region.
Based on our visit and of course our conversations with Kenny,
Come on out.
we can give this experience in Central Oregon a 4 out of 5 for comfortability for Black people. We hope you found this episode to be helpful and entertaining. Be sure to check out our previous episodes.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out on all of our social media platforms.
Until next time, beautiful people, stay up, stay true, and do you.